They say that the best way that you can teach somebody is by sharing your own experiences and allowing them to grab it and apply it the best way that they can. My goal with this video is just to give you guys a little bit of my experiences and what I think have been the reasons for me making over $100,000 in a single month, and also why I've been able to make over 10, 15, $20,000 in the last 5 years, month after month. Okay, have there been down months? Of course, there have been, just like everything else, but relatively, we've always kept it above $10,000 a month. Now, where exactly or how exactly does somebody that grew up in the mountain, like that was born in a mountain town in Colombia in the 90s, go and start making that much money with no education, with no real high school skills, no family investment, no advantages per se? It all really started with the military. Okay, so up until 18 years old, I was very following what everybody else was doing, right? Everybody else was partying, I was partying, doing drugs, I was doing drugs, fighting, I was fighting, whatever was going on, I was really just a product of my environment. When I turned 18, I got to the point where I was fed up. I was fed up. Like I hated where I lived. I hated I didn't even really like my friends. Like I didn't like the people that I hung out with. Nothing inspired me. People were dying around me. Like that's when one of my friends got shot in the head. People were starting to like fall really like bad into Xanax, into Percocets. And it was just like this, I need to get the fuck out of here however and whatever way it can. When I did that, there was other people around me that also thought about joining the military, joining the Marine Corps, joining the Army. All of those people, when I joined, tried once and something happened. Something happened, right? Like their ASVAB score wasn't that good. Their family, they have this opportunity. Some shit pops up and then all of a sudden it gets put in the back burner and then they never touch on it again. As those 4 years pass, as most of you guys have known, you go back home and nothing changes. You start increasing in income and skills and life experiences. You start experiencing the world, leadership, different things like that. And they're still working more or less the same jobs. You know, maybe they're getting a promotion here or there, but they're in the same place doing the same things. That was the first one. That was the first huge where like I just completely separated from the bunch. And from there forward, I was the one that like was getting money. Obviously, like you guys probably experienced the same thing where it's like you're not even that good, but like compared to the people back home, you're doing fantastic. Like you're the one that made it. So we fast forward to the end of to the end of my career, right, in the military, and I get introduced to the world of entrepreneurship. I was sick and tired of the military as well. I was tired of the bullshit, the times, the treatments, the lack of promotions, the people being in charge of you just because they were born a few years before you. Like all of that shit, I was just so fed up, so fed up that I was looking for anything and everything. I was literally like desperate. Same way I felt when I was 18. It was now at 22 feeling the same exact feeling. When I get introduced to this entrepreneurship thing, I tell everybody about it. Same thing with the Marine Corps. I tell everybody about it. I tell my buddies in the Marine Corps. I also tell my buddies back home, and I'm telling them about this. And you know what they're telling me? Oh, that's a fucking scam. It's a pyramid scheme. It's this, it's that. How are you going to pay $400 to have somebody teach you something? And then I would tell them, I would be like, yo, don't even worry about it. Like, I'll pay for the course. I'll pay the $1,000 for the course. And then you guys can pay me like $100 and I'll teach you whatever I learned there. And they would literally like act as if I was a scammer. All right. Like I was just trying to finesse them. And then that's when the next poof split happened, right? Because I was like, fuck this. I'm getting out of this situation, whichever and however. And so literally everything that was told to me, I took to heart, right? So you're a product of who you surround yourself with. If you're the smartest one in the room, you're in the wrong room. I stopped hanging out with people that I thought that I was smarter than. And I started hanging out with other entrepreneurs, other business owners, other people that were just maybe even a few steps ahead of me, but obsessed, right? Like every free second that I had, I would figure out where I could go to drink a coffee with somebody or somebody that was just a few steps ahead of me. And that's where I met Aaron Melendez. Great example, right? So boom, we got these guys and then we got Aaron Melendez. So I start taking the course and start doing this. And now I'm surrounded with a new group of people, right? Remember this, guys. If you're taking down notes, what got me here won't get me there. What got me here won't get me there. What got me here won't get me there, right? So I started surrounding myself with people that knew about entrepreneurship, knew about business, and were actually like, you know, in the world, in the movement, understood what I was talking about more or less. But then we had the big great divide, which was how obsessed and willing to sacrifice they were. The military was just making the decision, right? Just take action. Just take action on it, and then boom. Now it's like taking action and then becoming disciplined and willing to sacrifice anything to get it. That's where you guys should be more or less right now. You already took action. You already joined the military. You already joined this course. You're probably around that time where it's like, now to get to the next place, it's how willing am I to sacrifice and obsess over this one thing? And that's what I did, right? I remember just sitting in Aaron's room and in this, and Aaron being like, bro, I'm not going to fucking wake up at 6 a.m. Fuck that shit, bro. There's plenty of people that No, I'm not going to go to bed at bro. Like, there's entrepreneurs that No, bro, what the fuck? I'm not going to the gym. Like, that's not my thing. Everything that would get told to us that we had to do to become high performers, he was just like, And I was like, fucking good to go, sir. Whatever you say. And that's something that I learned in the military. And guys, you can apply this to this course. It's like, when you have somebody that's already done what you want to do, you will get to where you want to get to faster by just doing what the fuck you're told, and by telling or justifying your feelings or why you can or can't do something. Really, you just, yes, sir, and just do it. And I promise you, you'll get to where you want to get faster than if you keep on just feeling like you need to tell people or justify your reason to not do it, which is what happened with Aaron, right? So, boom, I start learning about stocks. I start learning about this around like that 2018, 2019 area. And I'm just taking courses, buying this, buying that. They're like buying like the bootleg versions or the cheap versions, and I'm just like investing, and then boom, 2019, 2020 hits. I know exactly what to do with investments. I knew exactly how to jump into crypto. I knew exactly how to jump into stocks. I knew how Forex worked. I knew all of those things. And when the market started doing the huge fluctuations, I also had taken courses that taught me about, living in other places. So 2018, 2019, I get out, I meet Aaron and all of that. That 2019 to 2020, that 2018 to 2020 period, those 2 years, that's where I'm like obsessed on like there's nothing that I am not doing to get to whatever this $10,000 a month mark spot is. Obsessed. And I'm taking the courses, I'm doing the diets, I'm doing the this, and that. And everybody else is kind of like pussyfooting. Right, like they are, but they're not. Like they're trying to every like 3 months they're changing it. Right now they're doing drop shipping. Now they're doing FBA arbitrage. Now they're doing fucking podcasts. Now they're doing this. They're doing that. And I was just like, fuck that shit. I need to figure out whatever this investing thing is and master it to a T. COVID hit. I knew exactly where to put my money. I knew how to handle my income. I lived in a $300 a month apartment in Boyacá, Colombia. I was making like $10,000-$15,000 a month. Paying $300 a month for rent, meditating, manifesting, doing all this shit, and then boom, this whole crypto thing starts blowing up. I know exactly where to put my money. Put like $4,000 or $5,000 into Dodge. I'll tell you exactly how it happened. So because I'm learning from all of these people telling me cut your expenses, save. I'm like grabbing just thousands of dollars every month, and I'm like putting into account that I can't do anything, that I'm not like doing anything with, just for good opportunities. When when crypto's exploding everywhere, Elon Musk posted on his Twitter, Dogecoin to the moon or some shit like that, but like early in the state, like early before Dodge was even a thing. And I saw that it was like worth 0.00000. And because I had so much extra money, I was just like, fuck it, I'll put like $2,000-$3,000. It's not gonna like, or $4,000 is at that time. Remember, rent is $300. All of my expenses are under $1,000. I'm making 10, 15, right? I'm 20. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll put $4,000, and that shit turns into like 150. When you take into account the money that I made from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and that I made close to like $300,000 in a few months. How did I know about Six Figure Vet? Because I started taking courses. And remember, Mario and Aaron both took the same courses. They took the same consulting courses. The same way to build this thing that you guys see here, we all took the same course. It was from Sam Ovens. I'll even tell you like exactly how I made it. Sam Ovens has a course. It's called Accelerator that came out fucking back in like 2010, 2011, 2012, shit like that. Maybe even a little bit later. And it just teaches you how to do online consulting, how to teach people about the things that you know about, whether it's like losing weight or, connecting with your parents, whatever. And they took the same course and did nothing with it. I hyperly obsessed on it. And I was like, I need to figure out how the fuck this shit works. Because if there's these 17 and 18-year-olds making $20,000, $50,000 a month, there's no fucking way I can't do it. There's no way. So we fast forward to that, and boom. I mean, that's the biggest gap that I can really explain up until now. I think that one of my big mistakes was, or my pitfalls from those moments to now, has been just a lack of applying the things that constantly work, which is really like surrounding yourself with higher level individuals, right? Every time that I've paid to play, to go to a dinner or to be at a mastermind, it just goes like that. Just does this big jump right here. And every time I'm away or whatever, we start stagnating. So what's the lesson? What's the takeaway from this thing? It's just, one, be willing to take aggressive action. Like, especially you guys that you're already here. It's like, you already paid the money. Like, do it to the maximum of your ability. Jump on all the calls. Call me, text me, ask me questions. Listen to the things that I'm telling you that I've lived and that I've experienced. I started from zero. Like, I started from 0, like really poor, like really fucking poor. And now God graciously, you know, like, I don't really need, like, I don't really, like, money's not like, oh, how am I gonna, there's always a way to make money now. So ask me, hey, look, I'm going through this. What did you do when this happened? Let me watch the fucking videos over and over and over and over and over again. Let me go talk to the other people that are in the program that are doing maybe a little bit better, that are a couple steps ahead. That's what I did. And that's the thing, like, I'm telling you, until you don't get to that, because what was another pattern that we heard is the necessity to get out of my situation, like the hate for where I'm currently at. Until you don't feel like, fuck, I really need to get out of here or change this or do that, you're unfortunately going to spend more time there than you need to. And that goes for all of you, like, people that are making between 5,500 and I would even say 10,000 now, because of the way that the economy works now. You're just good enough. And that's going to fuck you. Like, it's literally going to fuck you over. So learn from other people's mistakes, and if anything, take it as a personal attack. Like, oh shit, I'm within that group of people. I need to work 3 times, 4 times as hard, because I know that there is that possible pitfall for me. Okay, I don't want to make this video too long. I think I already did make it too long. 12 minutes, not that bad. I'll probably cut down to like 10. But yes, love y'all. Remember, do the things you don't want to do, especially when you don't want to do them.